All right, for this slow vinyasa, we're going to take things pretty heavily into the hips and hamstrings, so just kind of keep that in mind. And let's get started. So we're going to start this in child's pose today. So go ahead and bring yourself onto your shins, big toes to touch, knees out wide. And when you come into this, sink your seat back toward your heels as far as you can. Walk your hands forward and let your torso sink down low between your thighs. Bring your forehead all the way down to the mat. Just close your eyes here. So just give yourself a moment to settle in, let your mind quiet down. And when you're ready here, start to deepen your breathing. So with the inhales, draw in as much air as you can. Try to fill up your lungs. Feel that breath move toward your low back in this shape. When you exhale, constrict the back of your throat. So slow your breath down on the way back out. And just work to make your exhales last at least as long as your inhales as you breathe here. Now when you're ready, here, take an inhale. And with your exhale, keep your eyes closed, but walk your hands over to the right side. So torso long over your right thigh. Stretch long through both arms. Keep your seat low to your heels and just let your head hang and breathe here for a moment. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, bring your hands through center, come over to the left. Extend your torso long over your left thigh. And here again, stretch your arms long. Keep your seat low to your heels. Let your head hang. Deep inhale. And with the exhale, walk the hands back into center. And then open your eyes, bring your hands in toward your knees, come to sitting upright. And maybe you stay here on the shins like this, sitting on your heels. You always take a cross-legged seat if that suits you best. But either way, bring yourself upright. And we'll go slow here to start. So with your next inhale, reach your arms up high. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Inhale, reaches up high. Exhale, hands through center. Inhale, arms up high. Exhale through center again. Inhale, reach up high. Now the exhale this time, just lean to the right. Right hand to the floor, left arm reaching right, and just hold this, gaze up high. And maybe bend further into that right elbow. Keep stretching this out long, lengthen your left side. With your next inhale, bring it to center, arms up high. And then with the exhale, lean to your left. Left hand down, right arm reaching left. Stretch the right arm long. And you can always bend that left elbow, but keep your gaze up high, keep your chest open, keep looking up. With your next inhale, come back to center, reach high. Now with the exhale, this time twist to the right. Right hand to the floor behind, left arm outside your right thigh. Now keep the crown of your head reaching toward the ceiling. And then look over the right shoulder. Use your left arm, press it to the right leg, and just stay tall as you're twisting here. With your next inhale, turn to center, arms up high. And with the exhale, twist to your left side. Left hand down behind you, right arm outside your left thigh. And again, tall spine, reach straight up to the top of your head. Look back over your left shoulder, press into the right leg, into the left leg rather, with the right arm, and keep breathing. With your next inhale, turn to center, reach this up high. Now with the exhale, bring the hands down through center and then down to the floor. And then just bring yourself up to all fours. Now from all fours, take a moment, move around, stretch your hands, stretch your fingers, let the shoulders and hips move just a bit. And then come into center. We're going to take this into the hips right away. So starting this out, we're going to shift the weight over to the right side. So from all fours, wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. I want you to bring your right hand further right. So over to the right side, maybe one more hand's length, maybe past your mat. And then come up onto the fingertips of your left hand. Now stay on the right knee, lift your left knee out to the side. Keep your left knee bent and move the left leg best you can here. Now pivot from the left hip. Bring that left shin across the right thigh, figure four. And then go ahead, lift the left leg, keep the knee bent. Bring that left knee down behind your right leg here, cross the legs. Now go ahead, lift the left leg, and if you want to make it harder, go ahead and bring the left hand to your hip. You can keep the hand down if you like. But then find that figure four again. Left ankle, cross your right thigh. And then lift your bent left leg, bring the knee down behind your right leg again. And one more round like that. Bring that left leg up. Find that figure 4, left ankle, cross the right thigh. And take the other side. Lift your left leg. Bring the knee down to the floor behind you. And then just come back into center. Both hands down, both knees down. Let's take the other side. So left hand moves further left, about one hand's length. Lean on your left hand. Come to the fingertips of the right. And lift the right knee. Keep that knee bent and just work the movement here best you can. So pivot from the hip. Bring the right ankle across your left thigh into that figure 4. And then lift the right leg, knee still bent. And bring the knee down behind your left leg and cross the legs here. And then lift the right leg. If you can take it further, bring the right hand to your hip. You can always keep that hand down. But bring that right ankle across your left thigh again. Move into that figure 4. And then right leg out to the side. Bring it down, knee to the floor behind your left leg again. And again, lift your right leg. Cross the right leg in front of the left. Find that figure 4 again. And then bring the right leg to the side. And one more time, right leg crosses behind the left. Touch the knee down. And then come back to center. Hands and knees back to all fours. We're going to take it to the right side again. This is going to be a little bit different. So right hand goes to the side again, about one hand's length. And left hand, your left hip. Now bring your weight to the right knee and lift the left knee out to the side high as you can lift. Now keep the toes pointed left here to start. So with an inhale, go ahead, extend the left leg straight back. Now pull the left knee in toward your chest as close as you can. And then as best you can, and this is going to be hard, try to extend the left leg toward the front of the mat. Now bend the knee, pull in. Extend the left leg all the way back. And then again, bring the knee to your chest, draw in close. Extend that leg forward, point the toes. And then one more time, bend the knee. And then extend the left leg all the way back, keep your hip open. Pull the knee toward your chest, extend the leg forward best you can. And then go ahead, bend the knee and come back down, back to center, back to all fours. Now let's take this on the other side. So left hand goes further left, about one hand's length. And then go ahead, right hand to your right hip, weight comes to the left knee, lift that right knee out to the side as high as you can, try to keep the toes pointed right. And then go ahead with an inhale, extend that right leg straight back. Now stay open, pull the right knee to your chest, curl in, and then extend that right leg forward toward the front of the mat best you can. Now bend the knee, pull in close, extend the right leg all the way back again. And then bring it forward, knee to chest, close as you can go. Try to extend that right big toe toward the front of the mat. And then pull the knee back in. And extend the leg behind. And then bring the knee back to your chest. Extend the right leg forward best you can. Bend the knee, come back down, back to all fours. From all fours, just take a moment and breathe, move around. Now from all fours, we're going to take this into some wrist stretching and a little bit more movement through the spine. So this will be cow and cat breathing here to start. But I want you to walk your hands a little bit closer to your knees, maybe 1 or 2 hands lengths, bring them in closer. And then flip the hands over, backs of the hands down, palms facing up, fingertips point in toward you. Now flatten your hands, spread your fingers out wide, press the fingertips down. And this is relatively intense. So if it's too much to have the hands further forward, pardon me, just walk the hands right in front of your knees. You can take almost all your weight on your legs. But either way, flatten your hands as much as you can. Spread your fingers wide and press your fingertips down. Keep your hands tense. And then we're going to take this through some cow and cat breathing. Whether the hands are close or further forward, just move through your spine. So with an inhale, drop your belly, pull your chest forward, lift your gaze. Exhale, empty out and round as completely as you can. Inhale, pull your chest forward, gaze up high. Exhale, round this and empty again. Inhale, pull your chest forward, look up. Exhale, round and empty as much as you can. And then one more time. Take a deep inhale, bring your chest forward, gaze high. Exhale, round your spine, empty out all the way. And then go ahead, come up onto the fingertips. And then bring the hands forward again. And we'll come back into all fours. Now one more wrist stretch here. So palms down. This time rotate your hands, fingertips to the side, and try to point your fingertips toward your knees this way. And just come as far in that rotation as you can. You may not get all the way. It's not that big a deal. But set the hands down flat, spread your fingers out wide, dig your fingertips down into the mat, and keep that grip. So keep the fingertips pressing down the whole time. You're trying to press the blood out of your fingertips. Now just keep your gaze down toward the floor. Lengthen, reach forward through the crown of your head. Keep your spine lifted, so spread the shoulder blades apart, push the floor away. And we're mostly moving from the legs here. So with an inhale, just extend your right leg straight back. Exhale, pull in, knee to chest around your spine. Inhale the right leg straight back. And exhale, set the right knee down. Other side, inhale your left leg straight back. Exhale, pull in, knee to chest around your spine. Inhale, extend the left leg back. Exhale, set that knee down. Inhale the right leg back again. Exhale, curl in, knee to chest. Keep gripping the floor. Inhale, extend the right leg back. And with the exhale, set the right knee down. Other side. Inhale your left leg back. Exhale, curl in, knee to chest. Keep gripping with your fingers. Inhale, extend your left leg back. Exhale, set that left knee on the floor. One more round. Inhale the right leg straight back. Exhale, knee to chest, round your spine. Inhale the right leg back again. Exhale, bring that right knee down. Inhale your left leg back. Exhale, curl in, knee to chest one more time. Inhale the left leg back again. And then with the exhale, just set the knee down. And then come up onto the fingertips, come down to sitting on your heels. I'll just take a moment here, shake your hands out, loosen up your fingers and loosen up your wrists. Now from here, go ahead and bring your legs out from underneath you, come to a seat. And then once you're seated, we'll just loosen things up a little bit further from this position. So feet in front of you about hips width distance apart, hands behind the shoulders about shoulder width. Now palms down, fingertips out to the sides. Just lift your seat up off the floor. And then let's crab walk this. So shift your weight side to side, go to the back of your mat. And then once you make it to the back of the mat, walk this forward. Just stay loose, let your weight shift side to side, feel it out. You're not doing anything too technical here. Once you come to the front, walk it all the way back again. And then from the front of the mat, we're going to walk this forward. Now, once you bring it to the front of the mat one more time, just walk it back into center. Go ahead, set yourself down at center. You can shake your hands out for a moment. But then we're going to take this into a reverse tabletop. So to set this up, feet in front of you, hips width distance apart, hands behind the shoulders about shoulder width. Now, if you can, point your fingertips forward. If that's too much on the wrist, just point the fingertips at the sides. Either way, pressing your hands and feet, lift your seat up off the floor. Let's take it up and down. So with an inhale, press your hips high. Exhale, sink back down. Inhale, lift your hips again. And then with the exhale, lower. Inhale, press high one more time. Now just stay lifted here. Now as you hold on to this, keep pressing your palms down, dig your fingertips into the floor, keep your glutes squeezing and keep your hips pressing high. And you can look forward, you can look up, you can hang your head back, whatever you like. But keep that lift, keep the tension. Take an inhale. With the exhale, come all the way down. Now once you're down, just shake your hands out for a moment. I'm going to take it back up again with another variation. Now this is going to be a figure four. You can always bring both feet down if you need to. But to set this up, again, hands behind the shoulders about shoulder width. Fingertips, whatever way you need to point them. But pressing your palms, lift your seat. Bring the left foot to center and then cross the right ankle over your left thigh. Now keep the toes of the right foot curled. Keep that knee to the side. We're going to take it up and down like this. So with an inhale, press your hips high. Exhale, sink down. Inhale, lift your hips up again. And then with the exhale, lower. Inhale, press high one more time. Now hold here. Now as you keep that lift, keep your glutes squeezing. Again, you can look forward, up, or look back. But keep the right leg pressing to the left while you hold this. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, come all the way down. Both feet to the floor. Come back to your seat. You can shake out your hands for a moment if you like. And when you're ready, set it up again. So palms down, fingertips forward or to the sides. Go ahead, lift your seat up off the floor. And bring your right foot to center this time. Now cross the left ankle over your right thigh. Curl the toes of the left foot. Keep the knee to the side. And let's take this up and down. With an inhale, press your hips high. Exhale, sink back down. Inhale, lift your hips up again. And then with the exhale, lower. Inhale, press high one more time. Now hold here. And as you hold this, keep your glutes squeezing, keep your hips lifting. You can look forward, look up, hang your head back, but keep that left leg pressing into the right. Keep breathing. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, come all the way back down. And once you're down, take a moment, shake your hands out just a bit. We're going to take this into boat. So, still seated. Reach forward between the knees, take hold of your big toes, and once you got that grip, pull the heels in close and just sit this upright. Lean back enough to take the weight off your feet. Now with the feet together, keep the knees out wide, press your low back forward, open up your chest, keep your spine long. And this is good enough right here. Now if you can take it a little bit further, maybe separate the feet and lift them a little bit. Maybe bring the shins toward parallel with the floor. If you can go further, you can find more extension through the legs, but keep your spine pressing forward and keep your back long. Try to resist any rounding in your spine. Keep opening up your chest. And then when you're ready here, slowly try to keep the legs as they are, but release your grip hold. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, cross at the ankles, roll forward, your hands find all fours. Now, once you come into all fours, take a moment here, move around. Stretch your hands, stretch your fingers, let your shoulders and hips move side to side. Just feel things out again. And then just step the right foot outside the right hand, the left foot outside the left, heels in, toes out. Deep bend your knees, bring your hips down low, come into a deep squat. And just come as low here as you can. Now, if you're able to take this all the way, sink down low. And if you need to back off a little bit, or if your hips are tight, just keep the hips at about knee level. This is good enough. Keep your heels down and just feel out this position here. I'm going to move a little bit just to warm up the hips a little bit further before we move on. So when you're ready, whatever position you're in, go ahead, bring your thighs to parallel the floor so the hips are at the level of the knees, fingertips down. And just go back and forth. With the inhale, press your hips high. Exhale, sink down as low as you can with your heels still on the floor. Inhale, press your hips high. Exhale, sink your hips, keep your feet flat. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower again. Inhale, press up high. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, lift your hips again. Exhale, lower. And then inhale, lift one more time. Just stay lifted, shake your legs out a bit. And then just stay folded. Now bring your palms to the floor, walk your feet back, just come into downward facing dog. And once you find your down dog, take a moment here, paddle out. Let your hips move side to side, just feel things out, stay loose. Now as you set up your down dog, just see if the hands are about shoulder width distance apart, flatten your palms. And try to feel some weight toward the base of your thumbs, not just the outside edge of your hands. Really flatten the palms out as much as possible. Sink your hips down low, or your chest down low rather. And as your chest sinks down, press your hips up high. The hips should go high. Let me just be clear about that. And as you're pressing the hips up, try to feel all that length in the upper body. One long line straightening out from the wrist creases through to the hips. Keep some tension in your core through the belly, around the low ribs. And if you're tight, just put a bend on your knees. You can let go of any tension in the legs. And you can always pedal this out and let your hips move side to side. Now when you're ready here, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just bend the knees, look forward, and step to the front of the mat. Let's take a ragdoll fold. So it's feet about hips width distance apart, deep bend in the knees. Let your belly touch your thighs. And let your head hang, let your spine round. Let everything go long and loose here, and let the muscles in your neck relax. Now you can hang your hands to the floor. You could reach to opposite elbows, maybe shake this side to side to loosen even further. And then from wherever you are, just go ahead and release any grip that you have, but keep the bend in the knees to begin. And just restack your spine. So slowly roll this up to standing. Bring your head up last. And then just open up your palms at your sides. Now when you're ready here, with an inhale, reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, just bring your hands down to heart center. Now take a moment here to breathe. Set an intention. Let your mind clear. Find your focus. Take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just release your hands. Now with the next inhale, reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, slowly fold this forward. So hinge at the hips, start with a straight spine, put a little bend in your knees. Keep your core engaged, move smoothly, and then just release this at the bottom. Now with an inhale, lift up halfway, fingertips to the floor or to the shins, lengthen forward through the crown of your head. And with the exhale, bring your hands to the mat, and we'll step this back to high plank. So find your shape here, wrists length the shoulders, palms pressed to the floor, press the floor away from you. Press your spine up toward the ceiling, try to keep your spine lifted as the highest point between the shoulder blades. And hold some tension in your core so the hip stays in line with the shoulders and heels. Hips stay in line, there we go. Now take an inhale here. And then with the exhale, just bring your knees to the mat, bend the elbows straight back, bring your chin and chest down low to the floor. And then when you're ready, with an inhale, straighten your arms, pull your chest forward, and we're going to take this into upward facing dog. So on the tops of your feet, kick down, squeeze your glutes, and keep your chest pulling forward. And you can always back off a little bit if you need to. Take an inhale here. With the exhale, pull your belly and bring your hips up high back to down dog. Now we'll go through that variation of a sun salutation here 3 times. So when you're ready here, take an inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, step to the front of your mat. Now inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale to standing, reach the arms up high. And then with the exhale, fold this all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift here. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step this back to high plank. And then from high plank, take an inhale. With the exhale, set your knees down. Elbows back. Bring the chin and chest low to the floor. With an inhale, pull forward, straighten your arms, upward facing dog. And then pull back in. Draw the belly up, find your downward facing dog. 2 more times. Take an inhale. Exhale, bend your knees. Look forward and step to the front. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to standing, arms reach up high. Exhale, fold it back down again. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, hands to the floor, high plank to lows next, or high plank is next, rather. And then go ahead, drop your knees. Elbows in, bring the chin and chest low to the floor. Now pull your chest forward, straighten the arms, upward facing dog. Belly pulls in, bring the hips back up, downward facing dog. 1 more time, take an inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward and step to the front. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to standing, arms reach up high. And then with the exhale, come all the way back down. Inhale, lift this up halfway. And with the exhale, hands to the floor, step it back to high plank. Now from your plank, take an inhale. With the exhale, set the knees. Bend the elbows back, chin and chest come down low. Now with an inhale, pull forward, straighten your arms, upward facing dog. And then pull your belly in. Bring the hips back up, downward facing dog, and paddle out. Now from your downward facing dog, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just bend the knees, look forward, and step to the front of the mat. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to standing, arms reach up high. And with the exhale, this time sink into chair. So put the weight to your heels, bend your knees, and bring your hips down low. Now as you settle in, just be aware of your stance. Feet within, hips with distance not too wide. Big toes and knees towards center, belly pulled in. Now take an inhale. And with the exhale, sink down lower, hands through heart center. And we're going to take this into a twist. So the right elbow comes outside your left thigh. Now press the elbow into the thigh, press your palms together. Look down, see if that right knee more or less stays in line with the left. And sink your hips down low. Look over your left shoulder. And keep on twisting, keep pressing through both arms, keep breathing here. Now take an inhale. With the exhale, you're still in chair, but release the twist. So turn forward, bring your hands to your hips. And then once you're ready, put the weight to the right foot, lift your left heel. And then slowly press into that right foot, come to standing with your left knee high. And just give yourself a moment here to feel out your balance. Dig into that right big toe, keep your gaze forward, stay tall through your spine. Now we're going to take this into a standing twist. So when you're ready with your right hand, take hold of your left knee. And then draw the left shoulder back and open your chest to the left side. Breathe here. Now this is plenty. Keep your spine tall, keep your chest open to the side. You can reach that left arm back. If you want to make this harder, you can always reach that right hand to the outside edge of the left foot and maybe extend the left leg, but just take this to where you can. Now from wherever you are, take an inhale. And with the exhale, just turn back to center. Hands to your hips. Left knee still lifted. Now when you're ready, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just bend the right knee, step your left foot back, both hands down, come into a low lunge. Now in your low lunge, take a look and set up your stance. So feet on separate tracks, hips with distance side to side, left heel lifted behind. Pull the right hip back and the left hip forward. And then we're going to take this to high lunge. So when you're ready, bring your hands to your hips, and with an inhale, bring your torso all the way upright. Deep bend in the right knee, left hip pulls forward, left leg towards straight. And then reach both arms high, keep your spine tall. Now we're going to go back and forth from this to a reverse warrior. Most of the movement's in that left leg. So take an inhale here. With the exhale, drop the left heel, left hand to your left thigh, right arm reaches high and back, look up toward the ceiling. And then come back to center, both arms high. Lift your left heel and pull that left hip forward, square to the front. Now again, drop your left heel. Left hand to left thigh, right arm up and back, gaze high here. And then back to center, reach up through both arms. Lift your left heel, pull that left hip forward. 2 more times, drop the left heel. Left hand to left thigh, right arm high and back, gaze high. Bring it back to center, reach up through both arms. Lift your left heel and square the hips forward. 1 more time. Drop the left heel. Left hand to left thigh, right arm high and back, hold here, gaze high. Now stay low in the hips, keep that bend in the right knee, keep breathing. And then take an inhale. Now with the exhale, slowly, let's bring this down. We're going to keep the warrior two stance. So right arm comes down to the right thigh, left arm reaches up and back. And then I want you to bring your left arm behind your back, palm facing away, take the half bind. And then right hand, you can keep the right hand, or the right arm rather, on the right thigh. This is good enough. If you can go deeper, bring the right hand to the floor inside the right leg. If you can go deeper still, see about bending the right elbow, but keep your left shoulder high. And then maybe even reach underneath and find a full bind, grasping both hands behind you. Keep that left shoulder pulled back, keep your gaze up high, and just keep breathing. And then from wherever you are here, take an inhale. And with the exhale, bring both hands down inside that right foot. Now lift your left heel, and we'll take this to a lizard lunge stance. So the hands are inside the right foot. Walk the right foot forward so the ankle's at least a little bit forward of the knee. Now curl the toes of the right foot, keep them curled. Roll to the outside edge of the right foot. Keep that right leg tense and keep the knee out to the side. Press in your palms, sink your hips down, and pull your chest forward. Now we're going to open to the side in this lizard lunge shape. Keep your hips low, keep your chest pulling forward. You can drop the left knee if you need to, but keep it lifted if you can. And then when you're ready, reach that right arm forward. Now with an inhale, reach the right arm back and follow it with your gaze. Exhale, reaches forward. Inhale, reach the right arm back again. Exhale, reaches forward. Inhale the right arm back one more time, hold this. And take a half bind here, right arm behind your back, palm face away. Pull the shoulder further back. And then bring your left knee to the floor, flatten the left foot behind you. Keep that right knee out to the side, but keep looking back over that right shoulder, kick down into your left foot, and keep pulling that left hip forward, but keep it down low. Just breathe here. We're trying to get deep into the inside of the right hip and on the front of the left thigh into the hip flexor. When you're ready here, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, both hands down inside the right foot. And then go ahead, slide the right foot back next to left, find high plank. And then when you're ready, from high plank, take an inhale. And with the exhale, set your knees down. Elbows in, bring the chin and chest down low to the floor. And then when you're ready, go ahead, straighten your arms, pull your chest forward, upward facing dog. Pull your belly back in. Bring the hips up high to down dog. And paddle out here. We'll take that to the other side. So from your down dog, take an inhale. With the exhale, bend the knees, look forward, and step to the front. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold this down. Inhale to standing, arms reach up high. And with the exhale, sink in the chair again. Put the weight to your heels, bend your knees, and bring your hips down low. Now as you settle in again, feet within hips width distance, not too far apart. Big toes and knees toward each other. Keep your belly pulled in. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, bring the hands down through heart center, find your twist on this side. So left elbow outside the right thigh. Now as you come into this, look down, see the knees stay more or less in line, keep your hips low. Now press that elbow to your thigh, press the palms together, look over the right shoulder, and just breathe. Now take an inhale. With the exhale, slowly release your twist. Now you're still in chair, so the knees stay bent. Just bring your hands to your hips. Look forward. And then put the weight to your left foot, lift your right heel. When you're ready, straighten your left leg and lift the right knee. Come to standing on that left foot. Now press in the left big toe. Keep your gaze forward, stay tall, slow your breathing down. When you're ready, take the standing twist. Left hand to the outside of the right knee. Pull the right shoulder back, open your chest to the right side. And as your chest opens to the side, just stay tall. Keep breathing here. This is good enough. Now, if you want to go further, you can reach that right arm further back, stay open to the side. Further still, you can reach that left hand to the outside edge of the right foot and maybe extend the leg. Just take this to where you can while you still stay balanced. Take an inhale. Now, with the exhale, just turn back to center. Hands to your hips. Keep your torso upright. And then let's go slow. Bend your left knee, hinge from the hips. Both hands come down, right leg extends behind. Come into low lunge. Now set up your low lunge. So feet on two separate tracks, hips width distance side to side. The right heel is lifted behind. When you're ready, hands to your hips, and with an inhale, bring your torso all the way upright. Now once you come up again, just adjust your stance as you need to. Right hip forward, left hip back. You got a deep bend in the left knee, right leg towards straight. Keep your spine tall. And reach up through both arms. Now back and forth from here to that reverse warrior. Most of the movement's in your right leg this time. So just drop the right heel, Right hand to the right thigh, left arm reaches up and back, gaze up high. Now come back to center, both arms toward the ceiling, lift the right heel and square your hips forward. Again like that, drop the right heel. Right hand to the right thigh, left arm up and back, look up. Turn back to center, both arms high, and pull that right hip forward. 2 more times. Drop the right heel, right hand to the right thigh, left arm up and back. And then back to center, both arms high, pull that right hip forward. 1 last time, drop the right heel. Right hand to the right thigh, left arm up and back. Hold here, deep in the left knee, sink your hips down low, and just breathe. Now take an inhale. And with the exhale, extended side angle, bring the left elbow to left thigh. Right arm reaches up and forward. And then find your half bind. Right arm behind your back, palm facing away. Pull the shoulder back, look up. This could be good. If you can take it further, bring that left hand down inside the left leg. If you want to go further, you can sink down and bend into that left elbow. Or maybe even take it deeper and reach behind, find that bind behind you. Right shoulder high, bring the gaze up high, keep breathing here. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, release this. Both hands down to the floor inside your left foot. Lift the right heel. Try to keep the right knee lifted, but sink your hips down. Now look at your left foot. Curl the toes of the left foot. Keep them curled. Roll to the outside edge. Let that knee move out to the side, but keep that left leg tense. Now press into both hands. Pull that right hip forward and keep it down low here. And then to open up to the side, reach your left arm forward. And then with an inhale, reach that left arm all the way back. Follow with your gaze. Exhale, reaches forward. Inhale, reach the left arm back again. Exhale, reaches forward. Inhale, reach the left arm back. Now hold here. So take a half bind, left arm behind your back, palm face. We keep that left shoulder pulled back. And then lower the right knee to the floor, flatten the right foot behind you. Kick into that right foot and try to pull the hip forward as it sinks down. And still keep your left knee to the side. Keep breathing with this. Now when you're ready, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just bring that left hand down inside your left foot. Tuck the toes of the right foot, step your left foot back, find high plank. And we'll take it through another vinyasa from here. So again, bring your knees down. Chin and chest come down low to the floor. And then straighten your arms, pull your chest forward. And then bring your belly back in, bring your hips up high, and find your downward facing dog. And again, just take a moment here, paddle out, move around. Now from your downward facing dog, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, bend your knees, look forward, and let's step this to the front again. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to standing, arms reach up high. And then with the exhale, sink this back into chair. Bend your knees, put the weight to your heels, sink into the hips. And this time we're going to bind this low. So I want you to bring your right arm behind your back, palm facing away. Left hand comes back to meet the right on the left side. So palms together, fingers in a lace, keep your shoulders pulled back, and just open up your chest, maybe bring the hips down lower. Now from here, take an inhale. And with the exhale, slowly hinge from the hips. Bring your belly down to touch your thighs. Try to keep your knees bent. And then bring your torso upright, you're still in chair. Again like that, hinge from the hips. Bring your belly down to touch your thighs, come down low, keep your gaze forward. And then bring it back up. And then one more time, hinge forward. Belly to touch your thighs, keep your gaze forward, shoulders back. And then bring your torso upright, or in toward chair anyway, open up your chest. Now put the weight to the right foot, lift your left heel. When you're ready, slowly slide that left big toe back, straighten your right leg, and lift the left foot up off the floor. Now stay balanced like this, keep your hips squared, keep the left leg long. If you want to take this deeper, you can hinge from the right hip, and maybe lift that left leg, keep your lifted body in line. You're taking it toward a warrior 3. You can go further by bringing yourself parallel to the floor. Now from wherever you are, put just a little bit on the right knee. Bring yourself all the way upright with your left knee high. Hold your balance best you can. And with the right arm still bound, release your left hand and take hold of your left knee. Now once you've got that grip, keep the left knee high. And then pull it out to the side as far as you can. So open up your left hip. Right shoulder pulled back, right hip still pulled back. Keep your gaze forward. If you want to take this further, you can reach inside the left leg, maybe find the big toe. You can extend that leg to the side. But keep your hip open. Keep breathing here. Keep your chest open as well. And as you hold your balance, slowly, with your left hand, guide your left leg back into center. Bring your hands to your hips. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just step that left foot back. You're going to open the left side. And we're going to take this into a straddle stance here. So heels in, toes out. And you can go wider or narrower with the feet, but take a position that your hips allow. And then bring your hands to your low back. So interlace the fingers, pull the palms together, draw your shoulders back. Open up your chest. Keep your chest open. We're only going to hinge halfway down, keep in mind. So take an inhale here. With the exhale, shoulders back, lead with your chest, fold down toward halfway. Inhale, bring this all the way up. Exhale, hinges back down again. Keep your chest open. Now with the inhale, bring this all the way up one more time. Exhale, hinge forward and hold here. Now keep your shoulders pulled back, keep breathing, keep your chest open like this. And we're going to take this one side of the next with the chest facing the floor. So bend deep into your left knee, sink down inside your left thigh, see about lifting the toes of the right foot, and then go slow. We're going to stay low like this, chest faces down, bend the right knee, sink deep inside the right thigh, lift the toes of your left foot, and then come back through center. Bend into the left knee, sink down inside your left thigh, lift the toes of the right foot again. And then come back through center. Bend deep into the right knee, sink inside your right thigh, lift the toes of your left foot. One more time, come through center, sink down deep to the left side, see about lifting the toes of the right foot up. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, just set your hands down. Now with your hands on the floor, go ahead and bring that left knee down to the mat. I'm going to take this with more of a gate stance here. So I want you to bring yourself up. Everything from the left knee on up stacks to vertical. Right leg out to the side. Point the toes of the right foot toward the front of the mat and put just a little bend in the right knee. Be sure you can keep that foot flat. Right heel lines up more or less with your left knee. Now arms wide. When you're ready from here, take an inhale. Go ahead, reach and bring the left hand to the left thigh. Right arm reaches up and back. And then with the exhale, bring it forward. Right arm to the right thigh, left arm reaches up and forward. Back and forth like this. Inhale, reverse this. Left hand to left thigh, right arm up and back. With the exhale, extend it. Bring the right arm to the right thigh, left arm up and over. Inhale, reverse this one more time like that. Lean back or toward the back of the mat. And then with the exhale, bring it forward one more time. Now keep that left arm reaching up past your head. Bend the right knee as much as you need to, but bring that right hand down to the floor inside the right leg. This is good enough right here. Now I want you to see about taking a half bind. Left arm behind your back, palm face. When you pull the shoulder back, use that to open your chest even more. And if you can take this further still, lift the toes of the right foot. Now, press into that right heel and keep the hip open. This already might be enough of a stretch inside the right thigh. If you can take it further, maybe the right hand comes down flat. Maybe you slide that right foot further out. But keep the left shoulder pulled back. Keep breathing here. And then from wherever you are, you take an inhale. And with the exhale, just bring both hands down to the floor. Turn toward the front of the mat. Bring the right knee down next to the left. And then you can set this up in high plank. When you're ready here, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, set your knees down. Elbows pulled back. Bring your chin and chest low to the floor. And then bring yourself forward. Bring your chest forward through the arms as they straighten, upward dog. Pull your belly and bring your hips up high. Back to downward facing dog. Let's pedal out here. We'll take all that to the other side. So from your down dog, take an inhale. With the exhale, bend your knees, look forward, and step to the front of the mat. Now inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale to standing, arms reach up high. And with the exhale, sink in a chair one more time. Bend your knees, sink your hips down low. And then as you settle in here, let's bind this low across the low back. So left arm across your low back, palm facing away. Right hand's going to meet the left at the right side. Palms together, fingers interlaced, shoulders pulled back. Keep your chest open, sink your hips down lower. Now to take this back and forth, I want you to keep your knees bent like this. Just hinge from the hips, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, hinge from the hips to bring your belly down to touch your thighs. Try to keep looking forward, keep your shoulders back. Inhale, bring your torso all the way upright. Exhale, hinge forward again, belly to your thighs. Inhale, bring your torso upright again. Exhale, hinge forward, belly to your thighs. Inhale, bring your torso upright one more time. Now hold here. Now focus the weight on the left foot, lift your right heel. You're still in chair. Extend the right leg back, big toe to the floor. Now straighten your left leg to lift the right foot and hold your balance. Now this could be enough. Keep your hips squared, keep your chest open, the shoulders pulled back. If you can go deeper, you can hinge from the left hip and lift that right foot. Maybe come down toward parallel, but keep your hips squared. Now slowly, from wherever you are, put a little bend in your left knee. Bring yourself upright with the right knee high. and pressing your left big toe, keep your balance. Now when you're ready, the left arm stays bound, but bring the right hand to the right knee. And you can always grip the right big toe if you like, but bring that right knee out the side, right leg to the side to open up your hip. Hold your balance here. And just breathe with this. Left shoulder pulled back, left hip still pulled back. Now from wherever you are, slowly bring that right knee back into center. Hands to your hips. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just open up to the right side, step that right foot back. And we're going to take us into that straddle to the right side of the mat. So again, heels in, toes out, both legs straight. Maybe go wider or narrower with your feet. Now bring your hands to your low back. Find the grip that feels strange, opposite what you had the last round. Pull the palms together, draw your shoulders back, keep your chest open. And again, we're just going to take it toward halfway down. So take an inhale here. And then with the exhale, lead with your chest, sink down toward halfway. Inhale, bring this all the way upright. Exhale, hinge forward again, just toward halfway down. Inhale, bring this all the way up. Now with the exhale, hinges forward one more time and stay forward like this. Shoulders pull back, chest open toward the floor. And keep your gaze forward a little bit. Let's take this side to side. So deep end of the right knee, sink down inside the right thigh. See about lifting the toes of the left foot. And then stay low. Come through center, chest facing down. Sink inside your left thigh, lift the toes of the right foot here. Now bring it back through center. Sink deep to the right inside your right thigh. See about lifting the toes of your left foot. Come back through center. Sink inside your left thigh and lift the toes of your right foot here. Back through center. Sink down to the right side. Lift the toes left foot. Just hold. And then take an inhale. And with the exhale, bring both hands down. And as you press into your hands, bring that right knee down to the floor. Now when you're ready, everything from right knee on up stacks are vertical. Left leg still extends toward the front of the mat. Now flatten your left foot and point the toes forward. Walk that foot as far forward as you can. Now stay open to the side of the mat. Heel more or less in line with the right knee. And then reach the arms out wide. And this is basically like a warrior two. So with the inhale, reverse. Right hand to the right thigh, left arm reaches up and back. Keep your left foot planted. And then with the exhale, left arm to the left thigh, right arm reaches up and over. Inhale, reverse this again. And then exhale, extend. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend this. Now with your next inhale, reverse. And then with the exhale, extend it forward one more time. Now hold here. Bring the right arm behind your back, half bind, pull the shoulder back. And then your left hand, bring it down inside your left leg. Now keep that right shoulder pulled back, keep your gaze up high, keep the left arm pressing into the left thigh. And if this is good enough, you can stay here. If you can go further, lift the toes of the left foot and press into the heel. Maybe slide that heel further out and feel a deeper stretch on the inner thigh and on the back of the left leg. But keep that right shoulder high and keep breathing. And then take an inhale. Now with the exhale, just release both hands down inside your left leg, set the left foot flat, and then bring the left knee down to meet the right. So hands come to the front of the mat, step your feet back, find your high plank. When you're ready, take an inhale. With the exhale, knees down, elbows back, chin and chest low to the floor. With an inhale, pull your chest forward, straighten your arms, upward facing dog, and then draw your belly in. Hips up high, back to downward facing dog. And then from your down dog, we'll take this to half pigeon. When you're ready with an inhale, raise your right leg high. Exhale, bring it forward, right knee behind your right wrist, right ankle somewhere behind the left. Now flatten your left foot behind you, straighten your left leg, pull the left hip forward and keep it in line with the right. Sink your weight straight down and find at least some of that stretch in the outer right hip or toward the glutes. Now, you can hold your torso upright like this and keep your chest pulling forward, or you can settle in. Most people want to melt down. You can come down to the elbows and maybe come down all the way. But keep that left hip pulling forward, both hips squared, and the hips sinking toward the floor. Just breathe with this. All right, now slowly, if your hands are forward, walk them back in towards center. And once your hands are close enough, we're going to take a second pose. So I want you to pull your belly in, back your hips up and stack them over your left knee. Right foot steps down between your hands. And we're going to take this toward a half split. So from here, while you're hinged forward, keep the hips stacked over your left knee. Bring your belly to touch your right thigh and keep your belly touching your thigh. So you're going to work the forward fold. I want you to walk the right foot forward, and then whenever you're ready, press into the heel, point the toes up toward the ceiling. Pull the right hip back and left hip forward. You're looking for that stretch in the hamstrings on the back of the right thigh. Now, use your core. Press your torso into your thigh and try to let the right leg relax. If you can take it further, maybe slide that right heel further forward and straighten the leg out as much as you can. Belly still touching your thigh, right hip still pulling back, left hip still pulling forward, and just breathe with this. So keep the hips active, with the right hip pulling back, I should say. And again, keep your torso engaged, your core engaged, pressing the belly into the right thigh. Try to relax that right leg as much as you can, or the back of the thigh. And then when you're ready, take an inhale. And with the exhale, release. Go ahead and bring that right knee down to the floor. Come into all fours. And then just tuck your toes, straighten your legs, bring the hips out. And we'll take all that to the other side. So with your next inhale, raise your left leg high. With the exhale, bring it forward. Left knee behind your left wrist, left ankle somewhere behind the right. Now flatten your right foot, straighten your right leg, pull the right hip forward, sink both hips straight down. And bring your chest forward, open up as much as you can. Keep the hips even and keep them sinking toward the floor. Look for some of that stretch on the left side. Now maybe stay upright. And if you want to sink down, you come down the elbows, maybe melt down all the way. Just take it to where you need to here. And just breathe. Now again, if your hands are forward, walk them back into center. And then once you can press in your hands, pull your belly in, back your hips up over the right knee, and step your left foot forward between your hands. Now just keep your hips stacked over that right knee. We'll take the half split again. So your belly stays touching your left thigh. Walk your left foot forward, and whenever you're ready, press into the heel, lift your toes. Pull the left hip back, right hip forward, and just take this to where you need to feel that stretch on the back of the left thigh. That's what you're looking for here. Now, if you already got it, just breathe into it. Use your core to press your torso into your thigh. Pull the left hip back, but relax the left leg. Now, if you can take it further, maybe straighten that leg, belly still touching your thigh. And it's all the same. Left hip pulling back, right hip still pulling forward. Use your core to press your torso down into that left thigh and let the left leg relax as much as you can. And then slowly, from wherever you are, go ahead and lift off your left leg. Come down to hands and knees. And then bring your legs out from underneath you. Come all the way down onto your back. Now when you're down, draw your knees into your chest. Squeeze everything in for a moment. And then go ahead, release your grip and bring your feet to the floor. Now we're just going to take this through one longer round of back bending. So I'm going to start this out cueing bridge. And you can always stay in bridge, keep in mind. If you want to start out with wheel, feel free, but I'll go from bridge to wheel, so just feel things out and just take things as high as you like. You don't have to take it all the way up to wheel, you can always stay in bridge, but work the intensity of the lift, whatever position you're in. So to set this up, feet and knees about hips-width distance apart, heels close enough to your seat that you can flatten your low back to the mat as much as possible while you're down. Now arms at your sides, palms to the floor, keep your gaze up high. When you're ready, with an inhale, press in your feet, lift your hips. Now, as you lift your hips, keep your glutes squeezing and your hips pressing high, and just hold. And this is good enough. Just hold the tension of lift so your hips are still pressing up. If you want to deepen your bridge, you can bring your hands under your hips, maybe interlace the fingers, maybe pull your palms together. Maybe work your shoulders further behind your back, but keep that lift and keep everything up high. Now, if you want to take this into wheel from bridge, keep your hips lifted but release your hands. And then it's hands around your head. Palms to the floor, fingertips toward the shoulders, elbows high. When you're ready here, press into your palms, maybe lift to the top of your head first, and then whenever you're ready, straighten your arms. So it's hips toward the ceiling, chest toward the back wall, and if wheel's too much, just stay in bridge. And whatever pose you come into, if you feel it too much in the low back, you can always lift your heels, keep in mind. But keep your glutes squeezing, keep them active, keep your shoulder blades squeezing toward each other, and try to keep your breathing long and smooth. Take an inhale when you're ready. And then with the exhale, slowly bring everything back down to the mat. Now once you're down, draw your knees back into your chest, squeeze everything in. And then we're going to take this to Supta Gomukhasana. So left foot to the floor, right knee to the center of your chest. Open your right leg to 90 degrees. We're going to cross the legs. Bring the left knee in directly behind the right. Now squeeze your knees together here and pull down. So it's opposite hand to opposite leg. You can just hold by the knees and pull into the floor. Flatten your spine, sink your tailbone down. This is good enough. If you want to take it further, you can work your hands closer to your feet. And if you want to go deep, curl your toes toward your hands, pull your feet toward the floor and then up toward your shoulders at the same time. Now, whatever grip you have, still flatten your spine, keep the knees close to your chest. And whatever you're holding on to, as your hands pull down, press back up into your hands at the same time. So keep this stretch active in both directions. Take a deep inhale. Now with the exhale, just release your grip. Untangle your legs and bring your knees to your chest side by side. Now let's take it the other way. Right foot to the floor, left knee to the center of your chest. Open your left leg to 90 degrees. Cross the right leg behind the left. Now squeeze the legs together and maybe just hold by the knees again. And if you're going to take it further, again, you can work your hands toward your feet. If you're going to take it deep, curl your toes toward your hands, pull your feet down toward the floor and then up toward your shoulders at the same time. Now again, flatten your spine as much as you can, keep your knees close. And as you're pulling down, press up into your hands at the same time. Take an inhale. Now with the exhale, just release your grip, undo the cross of your legs. Bring your knees and your chest side by side. And let's take it to happy baby. Reach between the knees. Take hold of the outside edges of your feet. Stack your ankles above your knees. And then pull down on both sides. So try to draw the knees to the floor outside your ribs and press your feet back up into your hands at the same time. And keep that tension working both up and down. Flatten out your spine, sink your tailbone toward the floor. And you can rock this side to side if you like. And if you want to take it further still, you can extend your legs out against your grip. And then finally, from where we want, take a deep inhale here, draw it down as much as you can. And then with the exhale, just release. Extend your legs out fully. Lay your arms at your sides. Open up your palms toward the ceiling. And just let your eyes close here and let your body settle down into the mat. And then when you're ready to move here, start with your fingers and toes, arms and legs. And then extend this all out. Take an inhale, reach your arms out long past your head. Let your bodies just stretch for a breath or so. And then bring it all back in. Bring the elbows toward your chest. Draw your knees up as well. And just take your time here. Find your way up to a comfortable seat. And then just ground yourself into the mat, stack your spine. Bring your hands up to heart center. Take a deep inhale here, hold on to it at the top. And then just let everything go. Now thank you for joining class. Namaste.